Hi everyone, this is Jay, and I'm here with Van, and I am so excited because, Van, what are we doing today?
We're starting the second book called Navigate.
That's amazing. I'm just so excited. I'm excited about the conversations, Van, that we've had. I'm perhaps more excited. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one, about the conversations that we're going to have. So the book title is Navigate, and the subtitle is How to Know God's Purposes for Our Lives. How to know God's purposes for our lives. So that general idea is going to organize our thinking and our conversations in the podcasts and videos ahead. But Van, as we get started, what I want to do is I want to talk about an activity that I've been doing in churches and at Christian universities for, I don't know, a decade or more. And that's this. I tell students, whether you write on a piece of paper or type your answer on a computer, complete this sentence. I exist to blank. I exist to blank. Why are you here on this earth? And Van, even before you answer that question, what makes that activity challenging?
Well, first of all, I feel like most people don't get asked that question, and so it kind of takes them off guard. But more importantly, most people, I find, don't have a clear foundation in regards to what they believe or in regards to the truth. And so they go into a default mode and their answer is completely bound up in their own personal desires and passions.
I agree. Put differently, when you ask someone, why do you exist? I think it gets very deep very quickly. A lot of people are not used to thinking about their deepest values and desires and thoughts. And as we'll see, it gets theological very quickly because I don't know how we can answer this question apart from including God. So some people struggle with that. So Van, now I'm going to turn and ask you, but I'm going to ask from a specific perspective. I want to know how you would have completed the sentence before you became a Christian. So had I met you 10 years ago and I would have said, Van, complete this sentence, I exist to blank, how would you have completed that sentence?
Well, I like to break it down into two categories, behaviorally and then the motivations behind my behaviors. And so basically figuring out what was I doing and why was I doing it. And so I would have answered the question by saying I exist to help people and to please people like my parents, but ultimately to have fun.
And then what motivated you then to do those things, to help others and to please your parents, etc.?
Well, it was really motivated behind me wanting to avoid pain in my life, whatever that looked like, and to pursue pleasure or to pursue, self-interest and self-maintenance.
And Van, my answers would have been very similar. As I have asked this question at Christian universities, and I know that all of the students who are answering the questions don't claim to be Christian, are not Christian, and yet what I found is their answers go all over the place, not unlike taking marbles and then dropping them on a concrete floor. I have listened as the years have gone by, as people have answered this question, and they'll say things like, I exist to be a good mom or dad. I want to give my children better opportunities than I had. Or they have a very specific calling and desire to help, let's say, women get out of abusive situations. Or sometimes they'll throw in some words like, I want to love God. So I have a couple reactions when they share. One is I'm impressed by the sincerity, even the intensity of their answers. People are answering that out of their deepest value system, and I don't want to take that for granted. But their answers often seem fragmented, all over the place. And particularly for those who claim to be Christians, I believe that our mission is very clear, to make disciples of Jesus Christ, and our ultimate motivation is clear, to love and desire and enjoy God above all. And yet that is oftentimes what I just don't hear in any way.